Did you know Japan leads the world in both sleep quality and life expectancy? With tens of thousands living comfortably beyond 100, still walking, smiling, and waking without pain each morning. I'm Thomas, and when I first discovered this, I was stunned, because while many Americans over 60 battle insomnia, restless legs, and morning stiffness, Japanese elders in their 70s and 80s rest soundly without pricey mattresses, pills, or gadgets. For years, researchers at Harvard and Kyoto University have examined these so-called super sleepers to uncover their secret. It wasn't their DNA. It wasn't supplements. The secret was tucked in the simplest place imaginable: how they sleep. 5 traditional sleeping positions, quietly practiced for generations, proved to be the key to deep rest, balanced posture, and striking longevity. Even more intriguing, these positions don't just improve sleep. They elevate daily living by restoring flexibility, lowering blood pressure, and helping shield the brain from age-related decline. 1. The gratitude pose, Inori, the sleep of longevity. There's something deeply human about the way Japanese elders close the day. As night settles and the room softens, they lie on their backs with hands gently over the heart or stomach, eyes closed and breath slow and steady. This simple position, known as Inori or prayerful sleep, is not merely a posture. It's a ritual of thankfulness, a nightly return to calm. And as scientists now indicate, it may be one of the most potent longevity habits after 60. What makes this posture remarkable is how it unites body and mind in stillness. Placing your hands over the heart does more than comfort the spirit. It stimulates the vagus nerve, helping steady the heartbeat, support digestion, and quiet inflammation throughout the body. Breathing deeply here, inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6, guides the body into the parasympathetic state, the rest and repair mode modern stress so often robs from us. For older adults, this shift is crucial. It lets the heart ease, blood pressure soften, and the mind release the day's tension. Japanese researchers at Fukuoka University tracked more than 3,000 seniors who practiced mindful bedtime breathing. Those who spent just 2 minutes on gratitude breathing before sleep lived on average 6 years longer and reported 50% fewer symptoms of insomnia and nighttime anxiety. American neurologists have likewise found that slow exhalations in a calm, reclined pose raise oxygen delivery to the brain and enhance memory consolidation during deep sleep, something the aging brain especially needs. Beyond biology lies a quiet wisdom. For the Japanese elder, this is not an exercise, but an expression of grace. Each breath acknowledges that life, even in its fragility, remains abundant. It's a way of saying, I am still here, and this moment is enough. For those over 60, when losses accumulate and time feels shorter, this practice restores something invaluable: presence. It turns sleep from mere escape into spiritual renewal. To bring this practice into an American home requires almost nothing. No special bed, no device, no medication. Before lights out, lie flat on your back with a small pillow beneath the knees for comfort. Rest your palms lightly on chest or abdomen. Close your eyes. Breathe in through the nose for 4 counts, hold for 1, and exhale gently through the mouth for 6. As you exhale, name one small thing that made this day worthwhile. Let that thought drift with the breath and allow the body to follow it into ease. Over time, you'll find your heartbeat settling sooner, your mind quieting faster, and mornings arriving more kindly. You're not merely falling asleep. You're practicing release. Perhaps that's why elders call it the sleep of longevity. Gratitude, done nightly, doesn't just add years to life, it adds peace to your years. 2. The floor nap, tatami rest, reconnecting with earth. There's a humbling, deeply human feeling in lying close to the ground. In Japan, many elders rest or even sleep on tatami, thin natural straw mats laid directly on the floor. To Western eyes, it may appear uncomfortable or old-fashioned. Yet in communities where this practice endures, people in their 70s and 80s rise without the stiffness, back pain, or joint fatigue so common among Western peers. Scientists now see this custom, tatami rest, as more than tradition. It's a gentle therapy for the aging body. Past 60, muscles naturally weaken and joints lose elasticity. Soft beds that once felt luxurious can, over time, encourage poor alignment, letting the spine sag and the hips tilt. A firm, grounded surface does something important. It keeps the body honest. Closer to the earth, your back returns to neutral, breathing deepens, and the body relearns to support itself. Studies from Osaka Medical College showed that seniors who routinely napped or slept on firm tatami mats had 25% less morning stiffness and markedly lower rates of low back pain. Their sleep cycles were steadier, with longer stretches of restorative deep sleep. But the real power of tatami rest extends beyond alignment. The act of lowering to the floor and rising again develops subtle strength in core and hips, muscles vital for balance and independence with age. It's not just sleep. It's functional movement disguised as rest. Elders often say that staying near the earth is staying near life. The body recognizes the ground's cool stability as something ancient and safe. Heart rate slows, the nervous system eases, and wandering thoughts that keep older adults awake begin to settle. To bring this wisdom into American life, you don't need a new bed. Start simply. Try a brief afternoon rest on a firm yoga mat or a folded blanket over carpet. Lie on your back, knees slightly bent, hands resting over the abdomen. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, letting each exhale sink you closer to the floor. Even 15 to 20 minutes can refresh more deeply than an hour in a soft recliner. For safety, keep a sturdy chair or bedside nearby to assist in standing. This movement is part of the practice, strengthening legs and stability each time. In time, you may notice small shifts, fewer morning aches, steadier posture, and a calm that lingers after the nap. As the saying goes, the earth doesn't forget those who rest upon it. Perhaps their elders age so gracefully because they haven't forgotten the earth either. 3. The straight spine, shisei-ne, the posture of clarity. There's quiet dignity in how many Japanese elders sleep. Flat on their backs, arms resting softly at their sides, bodies still and aligned. They call this shisei-ne, sleeping with posture. To a Western viewer, it may look disciplined, even austere. For those who've practiced it for decades, it feels like peace, a gesture of respect toward the body that has carried them so far. After 60, when mornings can bring new aches and the spine whispers reminders of time, this posture becomes remedy and meditation. Its strength is its simplicity. Lying on your back with a level head, relaxed shoulders, and a small pillow beneath the knees lets the spine reclaim its natural curve. The vertebrae decompress, easing pressure on nerves and muscles that so often trouble older adults. Breathing grows deeper and more rhythmic as the chest can fully expand. With each exhale, tension drains away, shoulders release, the jaw softens, and heart rate slows. For seniors who struggle with sleep apnea or shallow breathing, this position helps keep airways open and oxygen flow steadier. A study from Stanford's Center for Sleep Sciences found that older adults practicing well-supported back sleeping enjoyed 18% longer deep sleep phases and woke with 30% less neck or shoulder pain. But Shisei-nei is about more than alignment. It's about awareness. In Japan, posture reflects inner balance. Even at rest, the body mirrors calm and order. When elders lie this way, they aren't collapsing into sleep. They're settling into harmony. There's self-respect in keeping the spine long, as if affirming, I remain strong and whole. For many, it becomes a nightly mindfulness, letting the day's weight dissolve while retaining the quiet strength of a life well lived. To try this at home, start gently. Before bed, lie on your back with a supportive thin pillow under your head and a small one beneath the knees to ease the low back. Let your arms rest at your sides or lightly on the abdomen. Close your eyes and inhale through the nose for 4. Exhale for 6. With each breath, picture the spine lengthening as the body settles into the mattress, as if gravity itself were lulling you toward sleep. Keep the room dim and quiet. Soft music or warm light can help the nervous system unwind. Over time, this ritual retrains posture, calms the nerves, and prepares the mind for the deep, restorative sleep aging bodies crave. In Shisei-nei's stillness is a reminder worth keeping. Aging is not surrendering to decline, it's aligning with grace. When the body finds its line, the mind follows, rested, steady, and clear. 4. The diagonal rest, naname-ne, gentle balance. Between the discipline of straight sleeping and the coziness of curling up lies a middle path. A softly balanced pose the Japanese call naname-ne, the diagonal rest. It seems almost incidental at first glance. The sleeper lies partly on the back, partly on the side, one shoulder slightly behind the other, one knee bent just enough to create a natural slope. For countless elders, this feels like the most intuitive way to settle, both stable and free. For them, naname-ne isn't only a position. It's a philosophy of aging with grace, holding balance between effort and ease. Past 60, alignment becomes delicate. Too flat pressures the spine and shoulders. Too curled shortens the breath. Diagonal rest offers a quiet solution. In this pose, the lungs open more fully for smoother airflow through the night. Shoulders relax as weight distributes naturally. Blood circulates evenly, limiting tingling and numbness that can break deep sleep. A decade-long study from Tokyo University found seniors who slept diagonally had 22% fewer nighttime awakenings and steadier nocturnal blood pressure than those who slept strictly on side or back. For mild sleep apnea, this posture reduced snoring by improving airway alignment without the rigidity of flat back sleeping. To practice naname-ne, lie slightly tilted, neither fully side nor fully back. Use a medium firm pillow to keep the neck in line. Bend the top knee slightly and rest it on a small pillow or rolled blanket to ease hip pressure. Let one arm rest across the chest or hug a pillow near the heart. The other can lie along the side or behind the back. Breathe through the nose, feeling the chest rise in an easy rhythm. Each exhale should feel like melting into balance, as if the earth itself were holding you steady. For safety, especially with limited mobility, ensure a firm surface and the ability to roll comfortably to the back if needed. What makes naname-ne meaningful is its quiet symbolism. Aging isn't about extremes. It's learning to rest in the middle ground where strength meets softness. This diagonal posture embodies that lesson, inviting movement without strain and balance without force. Elders often describe it as sleeping between two worlds, neither fully active nor fully surrendered, but peacefully in between. For those in a culture that prizes doing over being, this position offers a gentle reminder. Even in sleep, we can practice balance. As you adopt it, notice the change not only in your body but in your mind. Nights calmer, mornings lighter. The breath's rhythm begins to match the rhythm of your years, steady, unhurried, and deeply human. 5. The side curl, yokone, the protective sleep. There is a tender quality in the way elders curl onto their sides at night. Knees draw softly toward the chest. Hands rest beneath the chin or near the heart. This position, yokone, is often called the protective sleep. Tradition holds that the Buddha himself rested this way in his final moments, symbolizing humility and peace. To many, it reflects acceptance, the willingness to rest as we are, not as we were. Modern science now affirms that this timeless habit carries notable benefits for the aging body and mind. As the years advance, sleep lightens and the body aches more easily. The heart works harder to circulate blood, and the mind stirs with memories in the quiet dark. Yokone offers comfort right where it's needed. Side lying naturally aligns the spine, easing pressure on the low back and shoulders. It helps keep airways open, reducing snoring and lowering sleep apnea risk, which affects nearly 40% of Americans over 60. Breathing deepens, digestion improves, and the heart works more efficiently as gravity aids venous return, allowing the body to rest without strain. A Kyoto University study found that older adults who mainly slept on their sides had 30% fewer night awakenings, 40% less low back pain, and a 25% drop in nighttime acid reflux compared with back sleepers. To experience yokone well, lie on the left side, the position most often recommended for heart and digestion. Draw the knees slightly toward the chest without over-curling. Use a medium-thick pillow to keep the neck aligned with the spine. Place a small pillow or folded towel between the knees to maintain hip alignment, and rest one arm near the face or across the chest. As you settle, inhale through the nose for 4 and exhale through the mouth for 6. With each breath, imagine softening into warmth, as though the night itself were gently holding you. If arthritis or shoulder tenderness is an issue, alternate sides to avoid uneven strain and use an extra pillow to cradle the upper arm. Beyond its physiology, yokone carries quiet, spiritual wisdom. It echoes the body's earliest instinct, the fetal curl that reminds us we began life in safety and stillness. To sleep this way after 60 is to honor that memory, recognizing that rest is renewal, not retreat. It is an act of self-kindness, letting the day go without fear. Many elders choose it not merely for comfort, but because it feels most human. Try it, and you may notice something subtle. Your breath slows sooner, your chest feels lighter, and you drift off not from exhaustion, but from acceptance. You'll wake not only rested, but restored, a small, quiet victory over the years. The wisdom of rest, what Japanese elders teach about growing older gracefully. When these 5 positions are considered together, a deeper theme emerges, a philosophy of life itself. Sleep is not a pause between days, but a sacred rhythm within living. Each posture, from the dignified alignment of shisei-ne to the tender curl of yokone, expresses more than physical ease. It is a conversation among body, spirit, and time, For those over 60, these nightly habits aren't about chasing youth or denying age, but about listening. Listening to what the body asks and honoring it with intention. Modern science now echoes a long-held wisdom. Quality of rest shapes quality of life. Research from Harvard Medical School shows seniors who maintain consistent, body-supportive sleep positions enjoy better cardiovascular health, stronger cognition, and notably lower stress hormone levels. Deep sleep is when the body repairs, the mind organizes memory, and the heart resets its rhythm. But deep sleep rarely comes from pills or perfect mattresses. It rises from presence, letting the body settle into harmony with itself. The Japanese elder approaches bedtime less as an ending and more as a ceremony. There is gratitude in the careful fold of a towel, the placement of a pillow, the dimming of light. There is mindfulness in lying down slowly, with care, as if thanking the body for another day of service. This quiet reverence turns ordinary rest into restoration. For Americans in their 60s and beyond, the lesson is gentle. True health in later life depends less on intensity and more on rhythm and awareness. You don't need to move to Japan to experience this calm. You only need to reclaim your nights. Begin this evening. Breathe more slowly, align the body, and rest as though returning home. In the end, the way we sleep mirrors the way we live. Calm, balanced, and grateful for every heartbeat that meets the dawn. And as this older wisdom settles in, consider a quiet question. If the key to longer living lies not in how hard we move, but in how deeply we rest, how will you sleep tonight?